Hello, I'm Renee Davaro from the Club for Creative Expression. Thank you for tuning in. I'm thrilled to be able to address you at this critical time. It's truly an honor, and I want everybody who knows me to know how much I miss you. And if you're not familiar with the club, the intention is to provide to all members the platform from which you will be able to develop and express individuality through an artistic medium of choice, thereby enriching physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Of course, dancing had become a fairly effortless means of self-expression. I want to remind everyone, whether you're a member or not, about the consequences of the decisions you may be making now, whether they are conscious decisions or not. I'm not here to preach, criticize, or convince. I'm here to offer suggestions that may provide support during these stressful times. I'm going to start with the physical, since dancing and working out at the gym are not available at this time. We must become mindful about what happens to the body without activity. Nothing good, unfortunately. So are you aware that complete physical inactivity will cause you to lose 1.4 kilograms of muscle per week? And at this stage or age, once lost, muscle is very difficult to regain and can lead to sarcopenia. Advanced stages of muscle loss are known as sarcopenia, a very serious disease. So you must stay active. Weight training, yoga, going for walks at least 5 times per week will certainly help. And you may want to consider buying a trampoline, which is a favorite of mine since it provides so many benefits. You can buy one with a stabilizing bar so you can hang on when you bounce. It's one of the best things you can do for your lymphatic system. A vibrating machine or power plate is also a good investment. These will help you avoid bone loss. What about your diet? Are you sticking mostly to comfort food? That will be to your detriment. Or are you disciplining yourself to eating very little because you don't want to gain weight? Be careful with that. Anorexia is not something that only occurs among teenagers. I've had plenty of adults and older clients with eating disorders. And if you're eating lightly because you want to take this opportunity to lose weight, be aware that you could lose muscle mass as well as bone density if you're not consuming and digesting enough protein and other essential nutrients. The lack of exercise would only compound that loss. And of course, we're all concerned about our vulnerability to the virus. Strengthening your immune system is a must. I suggest investigating the many ways you can give your line of defense a boost. Supplements such as vitamin D, K, glutathione, iodine, selenium, zinc, C, A, E are very important to consider. And did you know that viruses need an acid medium to grow and thrive? And did you know that eating a high carb or junk food diet, as well as too much protein, can create a perfect environment for viruses as well as bone loss? You see, your body will take calcium from your bones to buffer the acid. Sugar, sodas, coffee, fast food, all create acidity. Fruits and vegetables help maintain the acid-alkaline balance. You may be interested in checking out the use of sodium bicarbonate to reduce acidity. Supplements such as vitamin D, glutathione, iodine, selenium, zinc, vitamin C, A, E are important to consider. Your body needs a lot of minerals. It's very important that you get your vegetables. You may want to buy a mineral supplement. It's very important for your enzyme production. You see, your body can't function very well without those enzymes. Please be mindful of what you're eating at this time. You may develop some very good habits, but at the same time, you could develop some very not so good addictions to certain foods because they're comforting at this time. But be assured that those substances can actually hurt you in the long run. It's not just a matter of, correcting or changing once we get back to normal. Your body changes its chemistry. So be cautious and be very conscious of what you consume. I say get off the fast food, get off the processed foods. Even those prepared packaged foods at Trader Joe's are not all that good for you. I suggest you cook your own meals. Yes, I know it gets tedious, but again, I'm more concerned about your long-term health, the long-term effect of what you're eating now, okay? So do be aware. You may also want to investigate herbs and homeopathic remedies. And did you know that vaccines originally worked on the same principle as homeopathy? I've been in private practice for over 40 years, and I'm offering these suggestions because I've seen them work on me, as well as thousands of clients. I have received training, certification, diplomas in every area I've been passionate about, including emotional and spiritual counseling. And finally, a master's in health science and nutrition. I'm a therapist and educator. It all started when I was very young because I wanted to be pretty, and that search has taken me on an extraordinary journey because I wanted to do it naturally. No surgeries or fillers for me. I believe I was in training so I could share everything I know or everything I've learned with others at this difficult period. I'm a believer in the power of the mind and believe that what we focus on expands. So I invite you to focus on your well-being, happiness, and not allow fear to dominate. I also firmly believe that this time in our existence is of critical importance because it's providing us with an opportunity for us to meet ourselves without distractions and see what our lives have truly been about. Again, I'm not here to judge or criticize. I'm just wanting to remind you of desires, goals, or commitments that have fallen by the wayside. I'm going to ask you a few questions you may want to ponder. Number one, has your life been about going out to eat and spending money? True, we all want to have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that if you find contentment and fulfillment in doing just that. But in these extraordinary times, you may want to examine what true fulfillment and contentment may really feel like. Perhaps that will open a new door. Number two, in what areas have you not been free to be yourself? Free to be yourself. Just what does that mean to you? Are you still acting or behaving in a way that pleased someone in your life long ago, but you were never all that comfortable with the behavior, or perhaps you didn't even like it? Think about that. Number three, do you feel constrained in expressing yourself? That can mean any discomfort felt when expressing an opinion to an authority figure, or because you're not being politically correct. Where are you merely tolerating life being just okay, or not being as good as it could be simply because your predictable future is just not inspiring you? Number five, is there anything in your life now that touches you deeply or moves you passionately and powerfully? Perhaps it's time for you to look at those completely unexplored areas of life, areas such as politics, the arts, whatever grabs you. Perhaps it's time to rediscover the values that subconsciously held you in place and create a new possibility that more closely defines your purpose. Perhaps it's time to start writing the book you promised your grandchildren because they're curious as to your life experiences. And if you don't have grandchildren, write the book simply because you can. I know people that would love to help you do that. What long-held dream have you given up because you think you're too old? I've had clients who started piano lessons, voice lessons, art and jewelry making courses in their elder years and make wonderful discoveries about themselves in the process. What if during this time we examine our views on aging, and instead of seeing this time in our lives as one of degeneration and loss, we give up wanting to extend what we once had and create a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of doing? Imagine creating something extraordinary and bold, something that will make you smile simply because you did it. You know, what's so amazing about that possibility is how you feel about yourself as a result. And that is the spiritual journey, to ultimately find fulfillment and contentment within yourself. That's what generates true beauty, the happiness from within that radiates through the eyes and causes us to be generous and kind and loving. We are spiritual and emotional beings, yearning to make a deep connection with that which gives us life, the divine spark within us. In all these years, the greatest discovery I have made working with others is that everyone I have ever worked with had knowledge and a sense that there really is more to our existence than what we have accepted as our purpose for living. In so many ways, we've allowed ourselves to be programmed into giving up our values. The values which once defined our behavior were of integrity, respect, moral rectitude, and honesty. Perhaps this is the time to reclaim what we seem to have misplaced or often lost altogether. I will close with an offering and a quote. I'm not retired. I still work for my living. Nevertheless, I want to offer my services and skills to anyone wishing support and or guidance in any of the areas of expertise mentioned on a donation basis. I do offer individual coaching to support removal of what gets in the way of living a heartfelt, soul-stirring life. Please call me or text me, 949-295-8077. And one of my favorite quotes is Rumi. We may worry about death, but what hurts the soul the most is to live without tasting the water of its own essence. I ask that everyone listening not waste this incredible opportunity we've been given, an opportunity to transform and become our highest and best possible self, and to actually manifest the extraordinary power available at this time. And in order to do that, we need to have a examination of our mindset. What are our thoughts? Where do we spend our time? How do we spend our time? On what do we focus? Again, a reminder that what you focus upon expands. And therefore, my invitation, change your focus. Focus on a future possibility, probability, one that causes you to feel joyful, one that causes you to be active and really be true to yourself. Enjoy life. Stop the worrying and do not allow fear to take over and control you. I know that there are many who are feeling a lot of fear, and that is why I'm speaking out and offering to you whatever you need to comfort yourself, to feel maybe not quite so alone. I know I'm at an advantage because I've grown up pretty much by myself. I've been alone most of my life, and I know ways how you can meet yourself and recognize that spark that lives within you. So thank you. Thank you for watching.
May know age well for delivering life-saving Meals on Wheels to homebound seniors. But did you know they keep seniors active and engaged at 10 modern centers? Serve nutritious congregate meals amid friendly surroundings. Transport seniors safely to and from appointments, and provide much-needed equipment and other essential services. Now, this vital nonprofit organization needs your support to sustain its mission. This is Age Well Senior Services. Won't you make it yours?
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
A backed-up toilet can wreak havoc in our homes. And with our older sewer lines, a clogged pipe can become a nightmare for our neighbors as well. That's why we have to be careful about what we flush down the village toilets. One of the biggest sources of blockages is personal hygiene wipes. Even if they're labeled flushable, always toss disposable wipes in the trash, because these products do not break down like toilet paper. Please, don't throw them in the toilet.
Hearing aids require a lot of attention. Don't underestimate the problems earwax can cause. Come in and see inside your own ear canals to find out how much blockage you have. Debris like earwax can cause up to 45% reduction in amplification. Your hearing aids may be able to be significantly improved to help you hear conversations clearly with a simple office visit. Every day, patients say, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so much better." Stop in or call us today for a complimentary cleaning and ear inspection. Tell them Stuart sent you.
Under the RadNet umbrella, prostate imaging is one of our most important men's health initiatives. We have an exclusive team of prostate-dedicated radiologists that read thousands of images from all around the globe. These radiologists are utilizing advanced technologies such as prostate MRI, which offers some of the most detailed visual representations of the prostate gland. Talk to your doctor, begin screening, and take charge of your health.